Hi everyone, Facebook Live, Trish and Chris online.com and leadyourlifestyle.com, and we're talking to you from the beautiful north coast of New South Wales, Australia, and it's glorious today. It's a little bit windy, so you might see the wind gusts coming up a little bit. We're a Tuesday, and it's a weekday, and here we are spending our time down at the beautiful lake. We're doing some advertising, we're just creating some video content and video ads, and what a way to spend the day. It's just awesome. A bit different, contrasting week from last week. Last week was a bit of a week from
it's a bit
hell,
of a
really.
roller coaster week for both of us, actually. It's interesting that we both had things come up for us to do with our families, and we were dealing with that and trying to maintain maintaining our business at the same time. But we're fortunate that we've done the hard work, and so it's given us the flexibility to be able to take a little bit of time out with our families instead of working the business non-stop like we had been.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Chris had to fly down spontaneously. Actually, it wasn't really spontaneous. It was sort of unplanned, unprepared, really.
Yeah.
Up to Brisbane. I'm saying down to Melbourne because it's usually your family's down in Melbourne.
Yeah, so I flew up to Brisbane because my brother is in hospital, and he's not in a very good way. So, I had to spend a couple of days up there with him. I mean, it's what I wanted to do. It's not what I had to do, but, it's just important, being with your family and looking after them is really important.
Did it make you reflect?
It sure does. It makes you really appreciate what you have. We have our good health, and we have our business, and we have, our family, and, that's what's important. It's not about making money. It's really about the lifestyle that you have, and not having to go for a job, go into a job. I mean, if I was in my job right now, I don't even know if I would get time off to go and spend some time with my brother. It would have been, I would have had to beg, borrow and steal to kind of get time off.
Yeah, they talk about online business all the time. It's always been talked about and promoted and marketed, online, and they talk about making money online. And yes, you do make money online. However, it's all about the bigger picture. It's all about having the time freedom with your family and to be able to make spontaneous decisions pretty quickly when it comes to certain circumstances. And I know for last week for me, a family pet passed away, and that was quite devastating. I didn't realise how devastating that would be until it actually happened. And I think for those of you out there that have experienced this will know that it's not until something like that goes on that you realise the loss. And you're so conditioned to walk past the back door and see the animal there, see the pet there. You're conditioned to hear the pet, wanting things, food or feeding or going for a walk. And when it doesn't happen anymore, it's really strange. It actually leaves a bit of a gap or a bit of a hole. And I'm feeling a lot better, I must admit, because last week, it happened last Thursday, it was a bit of a blur, to be honest, because my daughter was so incredibly attached to our cat, and that was heartbreaking to see that happen. But like Chris said, to have the flexibility that we have with our online business, it just made things so much easier because we are working from our homes. We are our main sort of collaborators, so the two of us can really work in between stuff that we've got to do. It's just an amazing way to work and live your life. It really is. And everything is not always rosy in life. You might see certain things being posted on Facebook, and you see certain lifestyles, but in between those lifestyles you always see certain tragedies or certain things that do crop up, obstacles and challenges. And I think it's always good to highlight that everyone's human, and that always happens as well. But to have a business that can work in between those circumstances and those hurdles is incredibly powerful.
Yeah, you're so right, because you know, without having the understanding too that we can take time out when we need to spend, you know, doing things that are important to us, is just amazing. And it is real. People do have challenges that come up, and you do go through a roller coaster ride sometimes. And it's important for people to understand that things just aren't all rosy, and you know,
a bit like this wind today. A bit like the wind. You get onto a Facebook Live and you think everything's perfect and still, and all of a sudden a gust of wind just comes up, and but Chris is right. It's not all rosy and it's not all perfect. But it's nice to know that you're creating something that fits in with that not so perfect and some of those hurdles and obstacles sometimes. So yeah, that's our share today from the beautiful north coast of New South Wales, Australia, and we'll be catching up with you again very, very soon. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.